Students watching, boys and girls in our classroom, we're ready to begin our phonics lesson. Let's begin our phonics lesson by remembering some of our consonant and vowel sounds that we've been working on. Students watching, you answer right along with our boys and girls in this classroom. Here's what we'll do. Let's start with girls and girls watching. You stand up first. We'll say each sound 3 times together. Girls and girls watching, we'll start with this one together. G, 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 y. Nice, you can have a seat. Boys and boys watching, it's your turn. Fast obedience from Titus. Each sound 3 times. Good. Super. Good job, boys and boys watching. Have a seat. Now let's take a challenge. Let's have our girls watching and savvy see how they do with some letter sounds. So girls watching and savvy.
Nest.
Now say it sound 3 times, so just say Good. Wow, girls watching, did you say it with savvy? Great work, girls watching and savvy. Now let's have our boys watching and Emery answer together. Here we go. Nice job, boys watching and Emery. Now let's have Trey and our students watching answer. Nice. I'm going to grab another stack of cards, and Trey, you can sit down. Let's have Benjamin answer. Good. Nice work. Now let's come over and let's look on our screen because we have our consonant steps, but we've done something. We've added some vowels to the end to make a blend. Remember, a blend is a consonant with only 1 vowel. Let's see who can climb up our steps. We're going to begin with the short sounds. So let's have girls watching in Aslan. We'll start at the bottom and let's see if we can make it all the way to the top. Careful, what's your beginning sound? There you go. Good, little louder. What's your vowel sound? Z is correct. Careful, what's your beginning sound? What's your beginning sound? There you go. You did it. Good job, girls watching. I hope you kept up with Aslan. Let's have our boys watching and Kobe start at the bottom of these steps. Again, we'll do its short vowel sound. Oh, my arm hurts. Boys watching, did you keep up with Kobe? He was so fast climbing up those steps. Good job, Kobe. But now let's change what we're doing. Now I want to hear the long sound of the vowels, and remember the long sound is its name. Let's have Hayden and our girls watching start on our bottom steps and give me the long sound with this blend.
Ray.
Good.
B.
Yes.
John.
Good thinking. Think about what our first letter says and then what our vowel says.
No.
No is it. Keep going.
U.
That's it.
J.
That's it.
T.
Good.
I.
O.
O.
You did it, girls watching. Did you remember all of those long vowel sounds? Now, boys watching and Benjamin, can you climb to the top of our steps? Long vowel sounds, so say its name.
Day.
Good.
Lee. Yai.
Got it.
Ba.
Careful, what's your vowel sound?
Bo.
Oh, I'm going to pause you for just a moment. Benjamin and boys watching, I have a compliment for Victoria and Trey and Emery. They have their eyes right on these steps and they are really working hard. Students watching, I can tell you're working hard too. Let's go to this one, boys watching and Benjamin. Good eye savvy. What does this letter say?
Z.
Zoo. That's it.
Gay.
Mm-hmm.
C.
Got it.
High. Yes. Go.
You did it, Benjamin, and our boys watching. Good job with practicing with those long vowel sounds. Now, I'm kind of excited because this lesson is really special. In this lesson, we are going to begin something brand new. We are going to begin to look at what is on my chart right here. I brought with me a special chart, and this chart is a chart that is filled with special sounds. Now, a special sound is this. A special sound is a letter that might work with other letters or might say something we don't expect it to say. And these special sounds are going to help us to become better, faster word readers. Now, in a moment, I'm going to go over each of these special sounds on the chart, and I'm going to say the sound the special sound makes, and then I'm going to give its clue word. That's a word that will help us remember the sound it makes, and then I'll say each sound 3 times. As I do it, I want your eyes to look just like Titus's eyes, and just like Ava's eyes, and just like Tanner's eyes. They are staring at my chart, just like our students watching, ready to look and ready to hear and ready to learn these brand new special sounds. So I'll begin by saying it first, and then I'll point to you, and it will be your turn to echo. You ready? Watching, listening, and ready to learn. K and duck, C-K. K, k, k. K and duck, C-K. E and me, E, 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 E. E and me, E, 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 E. O and go, O, 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 O.
O and go. O, 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 O.
I and fly, Y. I, I. I and fly, Y. I. A and pray, A, Y. A. A and pray, A, Y. A. St and stop, S-T. St, st, st. St and stop, S-T. Pull and plane, P-L, pull. Pull and plane, P-L, pull. Fur and frog, F-R, fur. Fur and frog, F-R, fur. Tur and train, T-R, tur.
Tur and train, T-R, tur.
Sh and ship, S-H, sh.
And ship, S-H.
And thick, T-H.
And thick, T-H.
Good job. And did you notice how my tongue kind of comes out of my mouth a little bit for that special sound? Let's go to our next one. And this, T-H.
And this, T-H.
Bull and block, B-L, bull.
Bull and block, B-L, bull.
Coal and clock, C-L, coal. Coal and clock, C-L, coal. Full and flake, F-L, full.
Full and flake, F-L, full.
Gold and glue, G-L, goal. Gold and glue, G-L, goal. Everyone's trying. Students watching, did you try those with us? Everyone stand up now. We'll start at the top and we'll say these special sounds together. Here we go. Together. K and duck, C-K. E and me, E. O and go, O. I and fly, Y. I. A and pray, A-Y. A. And stop, S-T. Pull and plane, P-L, pull. Fur and frog, F-R, fur. Tur and train, T-R, tur. Sh and ship, S-H. And thick, T-H. And this, T-H. Bull and block, B-L, bull. Coal and clock, C-L, coal. Full and flake, F-L, part, Benjamin, Trey, Kobe, Aslan tried every single special sound. That's the way we learn. Now, we'll talk more about these special sounds in future lessons, but these special sounds are really going to help us learn to read quickly and carefully. Well, I need a little bit of help with something new. You see, I'd like you to meet this guy right here. And right up above him, I have something called a phrase. And a phrase is just a part of a sentence. But this phrase is going to help us learn something very special. I need a super sharp reader to read this phrase to me. Why don't we have our girls watching read right along with Aslan? Aslan, read our phrase to us.
Tim.
Now, what does this letter say? Good, so we'll say Tim's.
Tim's.
Oh, check those vowels. Did you see that, girls watching? How many vowels in this word, Aslan?
5.
All right, let's put it together.
Tim. 5.
Nice. Our phrase is Tim's bike. And we can see down at the bottom, Tim is on his bike and it looks like he's having fun. But I want you to notice something very important. Do you see this little symbol? This piece of punctuation is called an apostrophe. And then this, of course, is our letter. What letter do you see, boys watching? And what letter came after the apostrophe, Tanner?
S.
If you see an apostrophe S after a name, that means it belongs to someone. So whose bike is this, girls watching? And whose bike is this, Savvy?
Tim's bike.
That's it. It belongs to Tim. It is not Savvy's bike. It is not Miss Howe's bike. It is not our students watching's bike. This bike belongs to Tim because that apostrophe S means it's his. It belongs to him. Well, let's go to our next one. Let's look. Oh, you know I like this animal. Let's have our boys watching read this phrase, this part of a sentence, right along with Emery. So boys watching and Emery.
Jones.
Now look one more time. Look at how many vowels in his name.
John.
Yes.
Dog.
Now read again for speed.
John's dog.
Yes. Whose dog is this, students watching? And whose dog is this, Victoria?
John.
Now, are you sure it's not Miss Howe's dog? No. How did you know that, Victoria?
It says John.
Yes. And if we look really carefully, we see that apostrophe S, and that means it belongs to John. This is John's dog. And do we think that John does a good job taking care of his dog, Kobe?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Yes, he does. So that apostrophe S means it belongs to them. Now, if I walk over here and I go to Hayden's workstation and I pick up this water bottle, is this my water bottle, students watching? Oh, they're saying no. Hayden, why are they saying no? Whose is this? It is. So we could say this is Hayden's water bottle because it belongs to her. Well, if I walk this direction and I go to where Trey has his workstation and I pick up Trey's pencil, is this Tanner's pencil? Tanner, is this yours? No. Who does it belong to, Trey? So we'll say it is. It's Trey's pencil. That apostrophe S means it belongs to him. Tanner doesn't get to use it. I don't get to use it. It belongs to Trey. It's his. Well, we know that a phrase, which is what we read on our screen just a moment ago, is a part of a sentence. But we want to talk now about a whole sentence. And a sentence is this. A sentence are words that have a complete thought. Now, a complete thought means it's finished. I wouldn't go up to Benjamin and I wouldn't say, Benjamin, the cat. Because Benjamin would look at me and he would think to himself, Miss Howe, what are you talking about? Is there a cat in our classroom? Do you have a cat at home? Is the cat busy eating? What is the cat doing? But if I went up to Benjamin and I said, Benjamin, the cat sat on the mat. Benjamin, would you know what was happening if I told you that?
Yes.
He would, because it is a complete thought. And if we look right up here on our screen, I have a sentence. And Benjamin, why don't you stay standing? Read this sentence along with our students watching. It's a complete thought.
The cat sat
Look at your sight word.
on the mat.
That's it. Read it again for us, Benjamin and students
The
watching.
cat sat on the mat.
And is that a complete thought, Benjamin?
Yes.
It is. It's a complete thought. I know who is in the sentence. It's the cat. I know what the cat is doing. The cat is sitting. I even know what the cat is sitting on. So it's a complete sentence. But I want you to notice something special about my sentence. And a sentence will always do this. A sentence will always begin with a capital letter. So notice my first word, the. Do you see how it starts with a capital letter T? A sentence begins with a capital letter and it usually ends with something. It usually ends with this piece of punctuation called a period. So let's learn a new rule about sentences together. Listen carefully. A sentence begins with a capital letter and usually ends with a period. Now, you ready to join me with just the motions? Let's do it. A sentence begins with a capital letter and usually ends with a period. Let's do it together. Have a seat because we'll stand for capital letter. Students watching, join us. A sentence begins with a capital letter and usually ends with a period. Let's say it again. A sentence begins with a capital letter and usually ends with a period. Have a seat and let's look at our next sentence. Read this sentence to us, students watching, and Tanner.
The mat is red.
Tanner, is this a complete thought? It is. It tells me about a mat and it tells me it's red. What does a sentence begin with, Savvy? A sentence begins with a
capital letter.
and usually ends with a Kobe.
A pyramid.
A period. So is this sentence written correctly, Kobe? Be nice and loud.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We have our capital letter and period. Oh, now we have another sentence. Read this sentence to us, girls watching in Titus.
The cat will take a nap.
Now, Titus, I loved your expression. Is this a complete thought? But have I written my sentence correctly, Titus? What do you think, students watching? Did I do a good job writing it? They're telling me no because some things are missing. What's something that's missing, Titus? A sentence begins with a
Capital.
That's it. I need to start with a capital letter at the beginning of this sentence, and it usually ends with a what, Titus?
Period.
That's it. So we'll put our period at the very end of our sentence. Read our sentence again, students watching in Titus.
The cat will take a nap.
Love that expression, and now we have it written correctly. Let's prepare for mini sheet. So just get that mini sheet a little bit closer to you. Make sure that you have your pencil in your hand and we're ready to write. Come up to the front really quickly, Ava. Ava, I'm going to have you write inside of this owl your answers for the mini sheet. And Aslan, you go to the next owl your answers. Remember, we want nice, neat, straight columns. Students watching, we're ready to begin with some letter sounds. So eyes. Remember, don't write until I point back to you. Write the letter that says I. I. Good. We'll write in those neat columns on your paper, and Ava and Aslan are on the board. Just go to the other side then. Eyes. Eyes. Got it? Good. Next time we'll write going down, but you're getting it. Good. Eyes. Okay, so let's start with our first one. What says I? What letter says I?
I.
Okay, write down I. Okay, now go down. What says E?
E.
Write down E. Eyes. B. B. Good, 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 good. Now, what says N?
N.
Good, write down N. Good. What says U? Write down U. Go underneath, go underneath. And then B. Pencils down, fingers ready to check. Have your finger on that very first letter. What letter says I? Savvy?
I.
Good. E, Victoria.
E.
N, Trey.
N.
Students watching. And check their answer, Titus.
U.
And B, Tanner.
E.
Nice. Now look at your paper. Is it a nice, neat column like it is on my screen? Pick up your pencil and draw a small line underneath our last letter. Now, let's do a blend together. Remember, a blend is a consonant with a vowel. Eyes. Write the blend sa, sa. So, what says s? Okay, write it down. No, underneath your line. We're going to go down straight.
Stars.
S. Write an S. And then A. Put it all together. Good, that's it. Eyes. Law. Law. Good, so what says O?
L.
Okay, so write your L first. And then what says A? What letter is it? So write it right next to it. And that's it. You're just blended. Pencils down, fingers ready to check. Let's quickly check our blends together. Spell the blend SA for us, Benjamin.
S-A.
And our blend law, Hayden.
L-A.
Law. Did you get it, students watching?
O.
That's it. L-O is our blend, and there we can check. How did you do, students watching? We'll keep working on these letters and blends.